Okay, next question is from Amelia. So, hey, Amelia. And she's asking, do you take astrology seriously for your own self-growth and understanding about yourself? My 3-year-old inner child is interested in it, but my 10-year-old inner child has a hard time with the validity of it. Now, Amelia is an INFJ, so her 10-year-old inner child is inward-facing thinking, which of course we call the scientist. And the 3-year-old is all about outward facing sensing and all about that sensory experience. And sometimes that's reading astrology readings or other types of any other types of personal development often is really interesting for the 3-year-old inner child. Now, you can kind of see that if the 3-year-old inner child is called the investigator, how the 3-year-old inner child in the INFJ might be more interested in something like this than the scientist 10-year-old inner child. Now, your question was kind of twofold. Do I take it seriously in my self-growth and in my understanding about myself? I have never really been into astrology, not because I don't think there's validity in it, but because there's so many different ways that you can get onto your personal development journey or your self-development or self-understanding journey. And astrology is something that I felt like whenever, if I wanted to understand astrology, I felt like there was so much that I had to study in order to jump onto it. So for me, it hasn't really ever been a platform that I've used. But if your 3-year-old inner child is interested in that platform, you should totally explore it because you're doing it for your 10-year-old inner child. So in a way, what I think about it doesn't really matter. And if you do it in a way that it's like a play date for your grown-up parts of you and your 3-year-old inner child, then absolutely go ahead and do that. But if your inner child gets to now your 3-year-old inner child now gets to dictate that your whole life is going to be taken by astrology, then that might be an unhealthy version of that exploration, if that makes sense. So I would really recommend that you at least start with play dates with your 3-year-old inner child and go into astrology and look at it and take it seriously. And then you do that for a period of time, and then you move out of that period of time and kind of see where that might or might not, or to what degree it may kind of bring joy into all of the inner people within you. So that's what I would say about that. What are your thoughts? Do you enjoy astrology? Is it something that you use? I'd love to hear about that. Yeah, let me know. Put some comments into the comments section.